Okay. Welcome to Colorado Films, the podcast. Today I'm joined by Ousmane Ndoye, a social entrepreneur and philanthropist based in Denver, Colorado. Ousmane founded the Askkanwii Filmmaking Hub Incubator in 2013. Originally from Senegal, he has pursued various certifications and college degrees in arts, organizational management, and filmmaking. Ousmane is currently involved in several projects, including documentaries, films, and a TV series produced in collaboration with the Film Hub and groups in both Africa and Denver. He's also working on two upcoming films with his writing partners, Fishing for My Dreams and My African Dream. With a passion for storytelling and community development, Ousmane is dedicated to empowering underrepresented groups in the film industry. Welcome, and thank you for being on our show, Ousmane.
All right, thank you, Corey. Thank you for having us today, and I'm very honored to be with you. And was very happy also to see you last Friday during the first year's diasporic movie night in Aurora at the People's Building. So thanks.
Thank you. That was great. It was really, just seeing the people come together and put that on the screen, and it was a real powerful movie. And I saw a lot of, crossover between the migrant struggle in Africa through the Mediterranean up to Europe versus one here from Latin America through the Caribbean, Mexico to America, and the problems on the journey, as well as it once they get here, there's still problems. So, you know, films like that really shine a light on the problems and the struggles people have just trying to create a better life for themselves and their families. And I think you're kind of a testament to kind of the success of that. Could you share the origin story behind the Askkanwii Film Hub and what inspired you to start the organization?
All right, thank you, Corey. I came to the U.S. in 1998. And the main motivation for me coming or choosing to come to America was really to hone my skills of writing, creating contents, film, books, and stuff. That was really the reason why I came. And once here, I realized that it was very rare for me to find spaces where I can meet African artists, African writers, African filmmakers in Colorado. And because I couldn't find a space, that's when I decided, while driving taxi at night and going to college during the day, that's when I decided that I will create that space which people can come and maybe hone their skills, tell their own story, create contents, and also to contribute to our new homeland. That was really what motivated me. And over the years, we developed the idea. Then from an idea, we developed the purpose, the mission, the vision, the objectives. And that's really where everything started. And in 2013, we applied for a nonprofit organization because way before that, I started already writing books and stuff through my taxi. And once we have that 501c, that's really where it takes off. It took a long, long time. But so far, I think Askkanwii Filmmaking Hub Incubator has been participating on what I call community bridge building. That's really the purpose. The biggest purpose is how can we use arts? How can we use film? How can we use literature? How can we use spaces where we can meet, mingle, and share our own stories together and learn from one another in value and respect? That's really the heart behind this vision.
Nice. And so you said it started in 2013. And how has it evolved since then? How has your mission evolved, and what are some of the difficulties that you've overcome between then and now?
I think the first difficulties was um, me trying to promote a genre or a concept that was not very well known. because that's how I'm gonna say it. It was just Colorado back in the days when I came, 1998 till 2009, 2013, was a small little state where um, Africa was not really maybe well known. African immigrants were just limited to drive taxi, work at the airport or in hotels. And me coming and saying, look, guys, we just don't want to be content to be here. We should be welcome to the art space, to the film space, to the book writing space. And because I was only the one who was talking like that, and I was also driving taxi, people didn't really take it seriously. People did not really receive it. It was not very welcome, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But I never give up. I kept going. I kept going. So I can say from 2014 till pretty much 2021, 2022, we struggled to be understood because I just spoke about diaspora, which was very misunderstood by a lot of people. So I always have to explain why I wanted to bring diaspora content in the mix to make our beautiful Colorado more diverse, more open, more this and that. So I think because I was the only African immigrant talking about film, the only one pursuing film, the only one writing books, and all of that back in the days, my audience was very sort of diverse. And over time, I found ways to collaborate with people like yourself who really sees it and start really helps. So it took off around 2023, because during COVID, I was able to do some work and get out from my comfort zone. And also, COVID helped all of us to think out of the box. That's really after COVID that I start, seeing the tunnel. And in 2023, 2024 to now, we start filming, we start bringing it in town. And I think in 2024, we started Colorado Diasporic Film Festival. That's when really people start seeing what this guy been talking about over the years. This is what it is. Yes, film out of America, film from Africa, film from Europe, film from South America, film from all over the world. That's what diaspora means. So in 2024, finally, people start seeing the bigger picture.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely remember Colorado back in the day being a cow town, so I like that. It was very small.
Yes.
So your vision mentions expanding the hub across all the 54 countries in Africa. What progress has been made towards that goal? I think I saw 13. I could be wrong on the number, but
actually, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to start from local.
okay.
We started the first Askkanwii Film Hub here. And the reason behind was, imagine if I ask you, Corey, do you know how many African immigrants call Colorado home? I'm not sure if you know that number.
I do now, but I didn't before you asked me this before.
Exactly. So there are more than 100,000 African immigrants in Colorado. And imagine that big number if they were included in the art, because we have a lot of African artists locally, a lot of African filmmakers or people who aspire to become filmmakers. Now we're seeing a lot of Africans writing books, and we have visual arts, we have musicians, we have everything here.
Yeah.
But they are not seen in the spaces here. So Askkanwii was like, okay, how can we include or invite those African artists in the art scene in Colorado? And having all these maybe 100,000 African immigrants to get involved on these spaces to maybe participate, to contribute, to buy tickets, to join festivals, to join summits, and all of that. So I started here by saying, let's open up the spaces for the African immigrant community here. We are more than 100,000 coming from the 54 African country, different culture, different history, different background, different everything. What a waste if we don't take care of that. So I am thinking on a entrepreneurial mindset, on a business perspective, on a trade perspective within that community. And then building a bridge, I said to myself, the 54 African country, if we build a small hubs where we can work with the locals who are in the film industry or in the art industry, and then we pair them up with the locals here in Colorado and invite our other neighbors, born, raised, grew up here, filmmakers and stuff. Can you imagine having a bridge where we go back and forth and create art, create film, open up opportunities, learning from one another? So that's the heart of this. So when we created Askkanwii, the vision was Askkanwii is just the bridge where maybe Colorado and Africa can connect within the film industry, which I love doing, but it can open up other doors, agriculture, energy, new technology. I don't know. So what we've done last year when we started the Colorado Diasporic Film Festival in Colorado, then we opened up another festival in Africa called the Cultural Diplomacy Beyond Borders Festival. And this year in 2025, the second edition for both, something magical happened. We were able to bring filmmakers, artists, business people, and government agencies to Colorado from Africa, from Europe, from Canada, and across the country. This was last August, and it was just something new. And then the Colorado Creative Industries came and joined that. The CBCA came and joined. The Film Commissioner Office came and joined. It was something totally different, totally beautiful. And people were like, oh, he has been telling us about these opportunities over the years. Now he's making it happen. Then this past December, we also took filmmaker from Colorado, representation from the Colorado Office of Economic Development within the Office of the Colorado Creative Industries. We went to Africa. So now the bridge is here. Both sides visited both continents and countries or states. And now this can be a door opening for the Colorado film industry, for the Colorado art industry, for the Colorado cultural industry, for the Colorado trade industry. The only thing I could do was opening a doors from both sides and create the bridge, and both sides visited each other. They talk, they have meetings, they exchange, and all sides says we want to work together, and Askkanwii can become the middle man or the middle bridge to facilitate things, because I know life here. I've been living in Colorado 28 years. I grew up in Africa. That means I know both markets and vice versa. So it's been a joy. We are right now preparing this third editions from both sides. August 2026, we will have the third edition of Colorado Diasporic Film Festival, and we are planning to invite a lot of people from all over the world. We already we're already receiving a lot of film from every continent, every country. And then in December, we are heading back to Africa for the third edition of the Cultural Diplomacy Beyond Borders Festival. Guess what? As soon as I came back this at the end of December to America, we have right now 10 local artists, filmmakers, and business people who already signed up to go with us to Africa in December.
All right.
That's how beautiful this is coming together.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that on Friday night. It's definitely something very special that we have in our community. I thank you for putting it on and doing this work all those years. Are there any particular, I mean, you already showed a bunch of success stories that you could share, maybe some alumni that have come through the incubators and are now doing some work that you'd like to expound?
Right now we work with 20 African countries. We have these little hubs, but Africa has their own reality. So we were able to work between local filmmakers here from Colorado and local filmmakers in many African countries. And also we work locally with the African community here. What we achieved these past 3 years, we did some documentaries, which was beautiful cultural documentary. We did one with the Ethiopian community in Colorado called Atwa, and we did Atwa 1 and Atwa 2. So Atwa 2 is on post-production. We worked with the Cameroonian community in Colorado. We just finished filming with them. We are on post-production. We collaborate with the Colorado Creative Industries and launched a film series called The Diasporic Test in Colorado, which is about filming cafe, restaurants, and all of that for people to explain, to tell us about their cultural food, their cultural drinks, their cultural pastries. So we did one with Ethiopian coffee with the Lucy Cafe in Aurora, a beautiful. In fact, that film we just sent it to Paris and to Switzerland for film festival, and it was filmed here in Colorado. So it's a series we want to film for the diasporic restaurants and cafes and stuff. Then we did one with Cafe Paprika, which is Mediterranean Moroccan restaurant in Aurora, called the Moroccan Iftar. And actually, we are talking with the Mexican restaurant to do tacos, because my wife, my partner, she's Mexican American, so I have to please her to do a film about that Latino cultural food, and I love the cultural food of the Mexican people. We are reaching out to other people to do like barbecue or soul food. So that's a series we want to put a lot of short documentary about the beautiful culinaries we have here in Colorado. And right now we partner with La Victoria Healing Kitchen, and you met them last Friday. So we are trying to develop that series with them, and hopefully we will have the support of the film commissioner and other organization to be able to show how beautiful Colorado is, how beautiful the world meets in Colorado, the cuisine, the culture, the art, the cinema. How can we tap into all those beautiful resources and make this state one of the most diverse state in the entire nation? That's really why we are using arts, film, and culture and storytelling to make sure that we are building bridges between community, between people, between diversity, between our differences, regardless of who you are, where you're from. that you're a native or you're an immigrant or you're a visitor, how can we use film? How can we use arts? How can we use culture and sharing spaces where we can learn from one another, where we can at one another, where we can just feel a sense of belonging. That's really where we are right now.
Yeah. I like the idea with the food like that. I feel from my background, my perspective, that food is one of those things that, brings everybody to the table, if you will.
Exactly. And basically, now we were able to film in Togo, West Africa. We were able to film with the locals in Congo, RDC, is Central Africa. We were able to film, I think, so we did Togo, we did Congo, we did Cameroon, and now we just came back, me and Trey Johnson, a local filmmaker. We just came back from Senegal. We did some filming there, and we are kind of putting it together. And the whole goal now is how can we collaborate with local filmmakers in Colorado and travel with them to Africa, and they can work with the locals there, because film is one of the best way to build the bridges. It's one of the best way to make people work together, collaborate, co-produce, and do things. And the whole purpose of Askkanwii is to have the local filmmakers to understand here in Colorado that the door is open for them around actually 20 African countries. Right now, we are building Askkanwii Film Hub Village in Senegal, where we went and did some partnership with the fishing village where I grew up. So there is about 10 fishing village near the Atlantic Ocean where we want to build the Askkanwii Film Hub Village, where anytime we have filmmakers going there, they can have access to film studio. We are trying to establish a film school, movie theater, and also the cultural diplomacy beyond borders festival will be in those villages. So we are trying to create, I don't want to say it, but the Hollywood of Africa. That's what we are trying to create near the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay.
And we are inviting all the local filmmakers in Colorado, all the production companies or investors and other businesses to reach out to us, and we can discuss with them about this vision, which will open up doors for the state of Colorado and probably for the entire nation, and also for many local filmmakers in Africa. That way we can work together.
Nice. You've done so much. Would you have any suggestions, words of advice for filmmakers or, artists trying to get into this industry in Colorado and in Africa from what you've done?
Yes, I mean what I've learned over the years, and in fact, I'm writing a book right now called The Cultural Diplomacy Mindset.
Okay.
Yes, and it should be out soon. We are putting it together. And what, I've written many, many books, but this book is so dear to me. And I'm just sharing how did I use my artistic skills, my passion, and my community mindset to build something where each and every one of us can feel a sense of belonging. So number one, what I've learned over the years was I'm a global thinker. I think that's my first thing. As an artist, I always think global. I've never limited myself to where I came from, to who am I, or this and that. I am always open to the unknown. I am always open to learn from other people. I am always open to listen and also finding collaboration. So those are advices that I want to tell people. Think global. Be open to the universe. Be open to listen to others. Just and today the internet is so easy to Google anything. Oh, Senegal, or you don't need to go to Yale University to know this. You can sit down in a small office like mine and Google uh, 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 cultural stuff. How many countries is in Africa? How many population? How many is this? You just sit there and you say, okay, what type of content I want to have? Like me, I'm a, I'm a, I love culture. I think culture is one of the best way to connect with other people. When I came to America, look, I never had burrito, but if I was not open to eat a burrito at Chubby's, I would never know burritos. I never had cowboy boots, but I love country music so much because country music is storytelling
Yeah.
and I'm a storyteller. So I start collectioning, I start learning about country music, about country people, about cowboys. So that's why right now I have a collection of a lot of cowboy hats, a lot of boots and stuff like that. And many other things. So I could say, oh, I'm from Africa and I came to Colorado. I just limit myself within the African community, but I was open to go to a jazz club. I was open to go to a rodeo. I was open to go to Juneteenth. So I was open. That helped me understand what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and with who to do it. Then I say to myself, now I can use all those experiences to tell my own story. So w- be open to the other people, to other cultures, to other unknown. That'll help you create what you want to create within what you believe, what you know, and put it in ways where people can relate. I'm sure when you came last Friday to our diasporic movie night, yes, that was about immigrants from Africa going to Europe, but you could relate, oh, with maybe South America or
Yeah.
Latin America with every, and that's my second advice. Be open to understand how other people do things and how they can relate to you. That's my second advice. My third advice is never stop learning. Be a student of your game.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself. Value your time. Don't be a know-it-all, and and learn every day. Learn when people invite you to something, and that has helped me a lot. I went to all kind of networks, all kind of meetups, all kind of festivals. Sometimes I was by myself, nobody knows me, but it was a way for me to reach out, which will give me the four advice, which is you can have an idea, as can we, but in order for Askkanwii to expand, you have to be open to collaborate with others. Teamwork, it takes teamwork to win. There is no one game or a game where it's only solo. You have always to play as a team. So those are little things I think can help anybody who wants to do film or arts or writing or anything. Yes.
Nice. Well, we're kind of cutting it on time. I know you have to go. So if you want to, anything you want to leave us with, any,
Yeah.
information coming up. I know next month we have another diasporatic film night. So
Yes. Yes. We just start putting it out there for the second film. It's going to be February 20th, 2026 at the People's Building in Aurora from 6:45 to 9:45 because we want to give people enough time to come and mingle, network, eat, discuss. And I think we will have this time a local salsa lady who will come and sing two songs because the movie we are playing will is called El Maestro. It's about music, salsa, how salsa uh, create bridges between Africa, Latin America, the US, and elsewhere. So, how music, the power of music, the power of arts can help us build the bridges between each other. Other than that, we are creating a new workshops that is coming soon, because we want people to have access to the knowledge, to the experience, and we are inviting, if some filmmakers are interested, to join us to help locals who want to become filmmakers or writers or whatever it is. Other than that, we are just planning for Colorado Diasporic Film Festival, August 2026, and the Cultural Diplomacy Beyond Borders, December 2026. So we are very busy. We are in good momentum. We are very excited. So hopefully this year, we will bring more and bigger and better things in Colorado and across Africa.
Nice. I very much look forward to it, and thank you again, Ousmane, for coming on. Check out the Film Hub Incubator. Check out the Diasporatic Film Nights. It's going to be a great thing coming up all year. Thank you very much.